Two. Check. 1, 2. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, you guys, I have a great show set up for y'all today. As per usual, welcome everybody who is tuning in on our live today. In breaking news, the search for Nancy Guthrie has officially gone national, aka they think she's in Mexico. In lead stories, Whoopi Goldberg clears the air about being on the Epstein list. Hillary Clinton talks her and Bill Clinton's relationship with Epstein, and Fox News host Jesse Waters says that Epstein was just a fixer. It's one of the most disgusting comments and quotes you will hear anybody say about Jeffrey Epstein. In quick news, Tyler Reddick responds to Michael Jordan. Tyler Reddick is the father of the boy that Michael Jordan has allegedly helping take the ice out of his back. Donald Trump talked Valentine's Day. Donald Trump says he's not a racist, talking about celebrating Black History Month. Stephen A. Smith, Cardi B, and YesJulz. As always, right after quick news, we're going to come right to the comment section. You know, this show is about open discussion. So right after quick news, we will be going to the comment section, reading your comments, and hopefully having great dialogue, all right, with everybody tuning in live from around the world. Then after that, as always, we're going to close out the show with lesson of the day. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, your devices up. Hey, y'all, it's Hump Day Wednesday, and I'm about to start this show. Let's go. All right. Welcome, everybody from around the world. Welcome, everybody who is tuning in live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Kick. Happy Hump Day Wednesday. As you can see, I'm in a great mood today. For those who watched yesterday's show, I was a little under the weather. I have to be dabbing my eyes and blowing my nose a little bit, but I feel so much better. We are not completely out the clear yet, and I still have some napkins just in case, but I am feeling a lot better, all right? As I said at the top, I have a great show set up for you guys today. Quick programming note. We are streaming live. For those of you who are streaming from YouTube, just know that we have two streams. We have a TV laptop stream and also a mobile stream. If you're on your TV or your laptop and you see two black squares or boxes beside me, that means you're on the wrong stream. If you're on the TV, I should be vertical, or on your laptop, I should be vertical. Okay, so just know that we have two different streams going. Mobile on mobile, laptop and TV on vertical. All right. And well, we all know, like we decided yesterday, out louders, people who really want to comment and talk to each other, go on the TV stream, because mobile and TV, you cannot see each other's comments. They're two separate streams. You want to talk to each other, go on the TV stream. Okay, let's get going here with breaking news with Nancy Guthrie. Let's head on over right away to hear what Harvey from TMZ has to say. Take a listen.
Search for Nancy Guthrie has gone international. We have learned the FBI has told federal Mexican law enforcement to tell various police agencies to be on the lookout for Nancy and her kidnapper. Now, our law enforcement sources are telling us that it is possible, they believe, that Nancy was taken across the border, but they doubt, if she is across the border, that it happened directly after the kidnapping. We're told that because we know now that the FBI checked cameras, Border Patrol cameras, and also other various electronic devices. We are asked not to be specific about that, and they have come up dry. There is nothing showing any movement across the border where they suspect Nancy Guthrie was in that car. Now, that said, we're told that she could have been taken at some point after the kidnapping, a day or so later or 2 days later. They just don't know. And obviously, there is a way to get across the border undetected.
Just want to take a quick pause there. As I've been saying through this whole development, the FBI will tell news outlets, especially TMZ, because we know the ransom letters are coming to them. They're going to tell them what they want the kidnappers to hear, not what we want to hear. Now, a lot of people have been saying that they feel like she was in Mexico a long time ago. don't think that the FBI is just thinking about this now. They just are trying to tell the kidnappers now that they are on to them. For whatever reason, we don't know. But just know that they knew this before they told this to us. All right, let's continue.
But right now, they have put the word out, and so far, no luck. There is something else. TMZ obtained another ransom note today. This is a highly sophisticated demand involving a form of crypto, not Bitcoin. Now, it is demanding roughly the same amount as the demand letter we received, shortly after the kidnapping, the $6 million demand. It's not exactly that, but it's close to that. The demand graphically describes the consequences if the demand is not met. It also involves the media, saying that the media essentially becomes a go-between, a trigger, if you will, for getting this ransom money. We have been asked not to be specific about any of that beyond what we've just said. We have forwarded this on to the FBI, and they are looking into it.
Again, a lot of things that everybody keeps on saying. Why is this going through TMZ? What is going on? And now we have a new demand letter that's asking for around the $6 million, and they leave a graphic response of what will happen if they're not paid. If you guys remember yesterday, Harvey was talking about the guy that has information that he wants $100,000, but he is not going to talk about that guy anymore. But then he gets a new one. It is all beginning to be too much for me. And like I always been saying, I'm sure TMZ is getting a flood of fraudulent emails saying, hey, give me money, give me money. How are they choosing which ones are the ones that they should talk about? It's all becoming too much. But let's hear the rest.
The email that we received today does not have the same crypto account as the crypto account in that first ransom letter that we received. A couple of other things. We told you yesterday that the FBI went around to various gun stores in the Tucson area with a list of names, trying to see if anybody on that list bought a gun at any of these shops. We were told, and we told you this yesterday, that the list was created by the people who had purchased a holster similar to the one that the kidnapper was wearing. The FBI had gone to Walmart and other retailers, created this list. We are told that this did not bear fruit, that so far it turned up nothing, that there was no match here of somebody buying a gun and buying that holster, at least from that list. The search for Nancy Guthrie has gone.
Like, I don't know. I can't wait to come into the comment section. You have a list of 40 suspects. Remember on Friday, they were surrounding a couple of areas. They brought some people in. There was another guy before that his mother-in-law said his eyebrows match. I'm starting to get to the point now where you have the full weight of the FBI, the full weight of the sheriff's department. And now you're like, well, now we're going to go international, which I'm sure, like I said earlier, they were going national from the beginning. They're just telling the kidnappers now they're going national. Who is this person that could evade the FBI, sheriff's department, and pretty much the entire world's attention? Like, it's starting to get a little too creepy for me. And I actually found an influencer that feels the same way, but he said it in kind of a funny way. I wanted to play it for you guys. Take a listen.
Let me get this straight in this Nancy Benet Ramsey case. We're on day 17 now. And as of 24 hours ago, not a single person was cleared. Nobody was cleared in this investigation. Then suddenly somebody pressures Nanos to put out a statement that says the family is unilaterally cleared, fully cleared. And not only are they unilaterally cleared, but they've been cleared since the beginning. But we're just getting this now, despite the fact that 24 hours ago, nobody had been cleared, okay? And so now we have a book of 40 different photos of 40 different people that we think maybe have done something to Nancy, because we're still looking at this as a kidnapping, when nothing about this fits the profile of a kidnapping, and if anything, it's like a murder. kidnapping cover-up, but whatever. Let's continue to go down this wild goose chase of some random old lady snatcher that still has Nancy Benet Ramsey, okay? So we now have a book of 40 people, and we're taking the book of 40 people to the gun shop, hoping that the man at the gun shop will recognize one of these 40 people because they think that maybe he just bought the gun, the morning he decided to take Nancy Benet Ramsey? I don't think so. Doesn't make sense to me, okay? And then the DNA, we still have no DNA, yet everybody out there looking for OJ's glove, and then finally you found one glove that you think is a match. Could have sent it to Quantico, but we're not going to do that. We're going to send it to a private lab where it's going to take, 8 months? I mean, by the time we get the DNA back on this glove, it's going to be Christmas. And we're still going to have hope that Miss Nancy Benet Ramsey is alive? I am getting sick and tired of it. It is giving cover-up. It is giving gaslighting. It is giving hoax. It's giving, I don't know. Now people saying that this is about distracting from the Epstein files. Now I'm starting to believe it. And now I'm getting Nancy fatigue. I'm getting Guthrie fatigue.
Me too.
I'm sorry, I don't like criticizing people when they're in times of grief and distress, but even Savannah's last video didn't make any sense. Looks like she's talking to somebody directly, saying that she believes in the goodness of humanity as she speaks to the old lady snatcher that's been holding her mom hostage for over 2 weeks now. None of it makes sense. I don't like it. I think I'm done. I think I am fully done with Nancy Benet Ramsey. I don't think we're ever going to know the truth. I think the truth is going to be buried, just like John Benet Ramsey. I mean, I don't think that's a coincidence. My intuition picked up on that. I don't think we're ever going to get real, legit answers, and we're going to have documentaries about it for the next 40 years. Thank you, come again.
I like that part. I feel like this is literally going to be the case that never gets solved. We're never going to know anything. And there'll be documentaries about this. It will be studied, the FBI school and police school, and we'll just never know because we're on day 18, 19. This stuff is from yesterday. No clues. We're looking for gun holsters, and now we're going to Mexico. And and just when you look back at the Ring camera from the guy, every single FBI profiler has said, this guy is not professional. He's not a criminal. And if he is, he's a petty criminal. And just go back and look at it, how he's walking in, and then he sees the Ring camera and he goes to the garden and he takes up flowers and puts it on the it's just, you could tell it's super amateur hour. But if it's amateur hour, how has he evaded the world's greatest police force, FBI force, and every single person's attention, but nobody has a clue? I think it's a little much. I'm not going to give up on it. I don't have that much fatigue, but it is starting to look like this influencer said. It's starting to feel a little hokish, and we'll still continue, but interested to see what you guys think. All right, let's go over to lead stories. I got some great things in lead stories. Whoopi Goldberg clears the air about the Epstein files. Hillary Clinton sat down with the BBC and spoke about her relationship with Bill Clinton. And for those of you on the right, the MAGA commenters, you're going to love what we have to say about Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, because y'all always think that we're always on Trump's side. No, I don't believe what Hillary and Bill are about to say. And also, the worst take I've heard on Epstein, Jesse Waters is facing tremendous amount of backlash for his takes on what he said about Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, let's go over to lead stories right now. Okay, let's start off with Whoopi Goldberg and her explanation on why she was on Jeffrey Epstein's list. Please take a listen. I know there'll be haters because a lot of people yesterday were like, why don't you talk about Whoopi Goldberg? How come we're always talking about Donald Trump? This is the reason why I went and I got the clip, and this is why I haven't been talking to her for the past 2 days. Take a listen.
Now, in the name of transparency, my name is in the files. Yes. And what does it say? It says Whoopi needs a plane to get to Monaco. John Lennon's charity, it should say Julian Lennon's charity, is paying for it. They don't want to charter, so they're looking for private owners. Here's the info. And they give all the information, and they're saying, do you want to offer your G2? Okay.
And it looks like they said no thanks.
Yeah.
So in other words, anybody can be on this list.
Well, this is my point, because I'm telling you, when I tell you people are trying to turn me into, I wasn't his girlfriend. I wasn't his friend.
You were too old for him.
I'm getting dragged. People actually believe that I was with him. And no, I didn't get on the plane.
So that is Whoopi Goldberg in her own voice. Now, for those of you in the back, just want to reiterate, somebody on Jeffrey Epstein's team heard that Whoopi Goldberg's team was looking for a plane to go fly to a fundraiser, and they were asking Jeffrey if he wanted to offer his plane for Whoopi Goldberg to go and pay him and then use his plane to fly. It didn't work out. Can I tell you guys something? This is what people do with private jets. When they're not using them, they put them in a system so people could go and fly on, so people can use their plane to fly on. Diddy has been famous for doing that since he's been arrested. He's made, I think, $5 million, they said, or $4 million so far. Again, it's still Diddy's private jet, but if he's not using it, instead of paying money to park a jet, which costs a lot of money, you put it out for lease and people can use your plane. So that's exactly what Jeffrey Epstein did. I don't know what he was doing at the time, but clearly he wasn't using it. So then Whoopi Goldberg is looking for a private jet, and then you just go into a system. So that is why Whoopi Goldberg's in the Epstein files. Has nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein, nothing to do with the island, nothing to do with her being on the jet with him. Her people were looking for a jet to rent. So all the people who have been on Diddy's jet and rented Diddy's jets, maybe they might not even know it's Diddy's jet, but does that mean now that they were part of Diddy's freak-offs because they rented his plane? You guys have to not only just look at headlines. This is the Trump administration using situations like this to deflect from Jeffrey Epstein, the survivors, and of course, Donald Trump, who's been in the Epstein files 38,000 times, named in there 38,000 times, okay? So that is Whoopi Goldberg. Now, let me get on to the Democrats. Let's go over to Hillary Clinton and her interview with BBC, I was gonna say BBC Radio, BBC television. Listen to this, listen carefully, okay? Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys.
You know, we have no links. We have a very clear...
Let me start it over, sorry.
Do you regret the links that there have been?
You know, we have no links. We have a very clear record that we've been willing to talk about, which my husband has said. He took some rides on the airplane for his charitable work. I don't recall ever meeting him.
Did you ever meet Ghislaine Maxwell?
I did on a few occasions, and thousands of people go to the Clinton Global.
Hold on, sorry. Rides on his plane for charitable work? Come on, Hillary. We know that you lived through Monica Lewinsky and everything, but stop it. He went on a plane for charitable work. This is very different from from Whoopi. Bill, she's saying right now that Bill was on the plane with him. Okay, let's continue.
Work. I don't recall ever talk about, which my husband has said. He took some rides on the airplane for his charitable work. I don't recall ever meeting him.
Did you ever meet Ghislaine
I don't
Maxwell?
recall.
I did on a few occasions, and thousands of people go to the Clinton Global Initiative. So it to me is not something that is really at the heart of what this matter is about. They are accused, and in both cases were convicted of horrific crimes against girls and women. That should be the focus. And we are more than happy to say what we know, which is very limited and totally unrelated to their behavior or their crimes. And we want to do it in public because let's make this transparent.
There are calls for another individual who denies wrongdoing to go before Congress on this matter. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly Prince Andrew. Do you think he should testify?
I think everybody should testify. Look,
including the former prince?
I think everybody should testify who is asked to testify. I just want it to be fair. I want everybody treated the same way. That's not true for my husband and me, because other witnesses were asked to testify. They gave written statements under oath. We offered that. They want to pull us. Why did they want to pull us into this? To divert attention from President Trump. This is not complicated.
Okay, and then it goes on to say the White House says, by releasing thousands of pages of the documents cooperating with the White House Oversight Committee subpoena request, President Donald Trump's recent calling for further investigation into the Epstein Democrat friends, Donald Trump has done more for victims than Democrats ever have. Give me a break, okay? And then they go on to talk about Andrew. I talked over a really important part. I'm going to play it again.
Thousands
and just keep
of
my
people
mouse
go to the Clinton Club.
They ask her if she's ever met Ghislaine Maxwell. Take a listen.
Ghislaine Maxwell?
Him.
Did you ever meet Ghislaine Maxwell?
I did on a few occasions, and thousands of people go to the Clinton Global Initiative. So
I hate that so much. I did on a few occasions, and you know what I mean? She's just protecting herself already. And then I just don't like, oh, Bill was there for Charo. When there's like a this, but a this, and there's always an excuse. Like I always say, Democrats were involved, Republicans were involved, prime ministers were involved, billionaires. There's so many people that has been involved. Please don't think that we are just concerned with Donald Trump. We, the real people who are concerned about the victims, we want every single person taken down. I do not care, okay? Look how much backlash I've been getting talking about Michael Jordan. He's one of my favorite people. I do not care. I don't care who you are. You do something wrong, and I get facts and I get receipts. You're done to me, okay? Now, I'm going to play something from an influencer. You're going to hear a little clips of Hillary again, but I want you to see her reaction, and it's what she plays after with Bill Clinton that I want you to see. Take a listen. I'll skip through the Hillary parts.
Clinton did a BBC interview last night to address the claims about Bill and Jeffrey Epstein. And this is what she said.
We have no links. We
Okay, you guys
for his
heard
charitable
this?
work
We'll skip
did
it.
on a to me is what this matter is about.
Someone that just took
Okay, listen to what she does. She literally just tears them apart. Watch this. Listen.
Really? For someone that just took a couple of rides on Jeffrey's airplane, it's crazy that his name shows up 1,192 times in the files. That there's photo collage albums titled Clinton Trips, New York, LA, and London. But yeah, I'm sure it was just philanthropy. What do you think? As always, let me know.
Love that, right? Like, oh, he just took a few trips. Yo, we have pictures and pictures and pictures, and he's in the files. Like, Bill, Donald, and by the way, you remember when Donald Trump, when they asked him 2 weeks ago, was like, hey, what do you think about Bill being deposed? I like Bill. I don't think they should depose him. Them two were, I feel like Donald Trump and Bill Clinton were just as close, chummy. I think the three of them were with Epstein more than anybody else. That's just my opinion. So take Trump, Bill, Epstein, and a whole lot of them and be gone with them. All right, that is what we have with Hillary and Epstein. Now let me move on to the most disgusting clip that you are going to hear me play today from Jesse Waters. And just before I play it, I watch Fox News and I watch CNN religiously because I'm an independent and I like to hear both sides. I watch Abby Phillip, Nightline, or Night News, or Night Nation, whatever the name is, because they have Republicans and Democrats on both sides. And I like to hear both sides to get my information to draw my opinion. I watch Jesse Waters' show. In my opinion, Jesse Waters is the most misogynistic. Like, I think he's probably one of the worst political minds on TV. The things that he said about women and what he says here about Jeffrey Epstein, I promise you, it will be one of the most disgusting things you ever hear. Take a listen.
Looks like he's mostly just a fixer, a guy who advises. He helps people with their problems. Sometimes those problems.
Oh, by the way, let me set this up. He's talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, Jeffrey Epstein. Listen.
It looks like he's mostly just a fixer, a guy who advises. He helps people with their problems. Sometimes those problems are you need a girl or some penicillin or some. If you need it, he's got it. He's a sex guy. He should perform it. He's got it. He's a sex guy. He's got it. He's a sex rabbi. He should perform. It looks like he's mostly just a fixer, a guy who advises. He helps people with their problems. Sometimes those problems are you need a girl, and
Or some penicillin.
or some. If you need it, he's got it.
He's a sex guy.
That is so disgusting for you to be up there talking about Jeffrey Epstein and laughing when you know what those survivors have been through. That is just not acceptable for me. And I will no longer be watching Jesse Waters' show. I literally tape it every day on my PPR or DVR, whatever you call it. I'm going to be taking it off for now. I don't think there's anything funny about it. And calling him an SEX rabbi and a fixer, you need a girl. That is disgusting. And this was said, I think, like 2 days ago. Okay, this is not an old clip. This is not a thing. We all have access. The entire world has access to the Epstein files. Okay. I'll still watch the rest of the Fox News. There's Hannity. There's Laura Ingraham. There's other Fox news anchors that I don't necessarily agree with, but we at least get some good information. We know what MAGA, we know what Republicans are talking about. Jesse Waters, you're done. Let's move over to quick news right now. We're going to talk about Tyler Reddick. He's finally responded to Michael Jordan's backlash. Yesterday, we played a video for you where his agent said no comment. He has now come on a Stephen A. Smith show, which is another person who I don't watch or speak about anymore, but I'm going to play that clip for you and hopefully put this discussion to bed. Then we're going to, I have a video where somebody asked Donald Trump about Valentine's Day with Melania, and he gets very uncomfortable. It's very, very weird. Donald Trump claims that he's not racist because he celebrates Black History Month, and then he professes his love for Nicki Minaj. He says he loves her. Then Jemele Hill warns us about Stephen A. Smith, which I've been warning you guys about him for the past, year. Then we have a quick update on Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. He is actually trying to get her back. He's sending her gifts, Rolexes. He's trying to win her back. And then YesJulz, an Instagram influencer, confirms, in quotation, that she has been with LeBron James in the past. And for those of you who've been following me on this show, you know I've told you many times that LeBron James has been cheating on Savannah for years in Toronto. And I never say alleged because I would dare him to charge me with defamation because I know it's true. All right, let's go over to quick news right now. And then right after quick news, we're coming over to comments. All right, I see the comment section blowing up. I can't wait to come over there. Let's get to quick news right now. Okay, let's jump over into Tyler Reddick. I am not going to play the Michael Jackson. Ironic. The Michael Jordan video, I've played it for the past 2 or 3 days. You have all seen it by now. Jordan, behind the kid's back with the t-shirt. Was it ice? Was it not ice or whatever? Playing with his leg and so forth. And I actually made a full video today on our YouTube page, and I also put it on the podcast platform. So you guys could go and check it out there. We talk about it in length. But my due diligence, I wanted to play you guys Tyler Reddick, his father, actually came out and had a comment today. So I'm just playing you that. And then I'll play an influencer's take that matches my take, ironically. Take a listen to Tyler Reddick, the boy's father.
That you'd like to say about the media backlash involving Michael Jordan celebrating with your family?
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I've gotten to know Michael and his family very well over the years I've been here with 2311. And, I don't see what other people see when it comes to this. For me, it's a huge moment. This is the biggest moment of my career. It's a huge moment for my family and for his family. And I just, I put that off to the side and just think about how think about the look on Yvette's face and the whole family and his whole group when they got to Victory Lane too, and just how happy and everybody was celebrating together.
Now, to say I'm going to put that to the side is the problem I have there. That's horrible, from my opinion, for a dad to say. This sounds like damage control. When I played the clip for you guys yesterday in TMZ, when his publicist said, I'm not going to talk about it, me, other content creators and people sounded off the alarm and being like, what's going on? And then the next day he comes on Stephen A. Smith and then mentions it, but then says, oh, I don't see it. I'm going to brush it off. To me, what I would have wanted to hear is There was ice in my son's back. My son asked Jordan to help him with it. I spoke with my son. He did not feel uncomfortable whatsoever. Everything is okay. I understand the people, that might have seen it from their perspective and their camera angle, but that is not what happened. My son is. That is what we wanted to hear. This has made it worse. Online now is tearing this father up even more. And the reason why I'm not playing the video anymore, and the reason why I don't want to talk about it anymore really is because I feel like I made my strongest point yesterday. Even for the people that think that it was ice and he was helping the kid, I got a couple of text messages. I'll just even be honest. Even my mom, she was like, how could we be saying this about Jordan? He was just helping the kid. And I wrote back to my mom and I'm like, same thing I said yesterday. Let's just say, I'm going to give you guys the benefit of the doubt. Let's say there was ice behind the kid's back. And let's say that Michael Jordan was just actually really just trying to help him get rid of it. Who says the kid was comfortable with that? That is what everybody seems to be missing. And this is what Tyler Reddick didn't tell us. And this is what I'm saying. The older generation, 70s and 80s, y'all think y'all know what was okay for kids, but that's why there's so many people right now that are in therapy that have trauma. Because maybe the kid didn't feel comfortable. Maybe the kid was like, yo, leave me alone. I want to take the ice out myself. We don't know. And I played a video for you guys yesterday where Jordan was behind the kid and the mom was holding the boy in his hand and Jordan was behind there and he turned around and he looked very uncomfortable that Jordan was behind him. Now, again, I'm not saying the kid was uncomfortable, but how do we know? We do not know. And that is my problem. I'll give it to you guys. There is ice, but it doesn't make it right. I have a niece. I have nephews. If they had ice behind their back like that, I, as their uncle, I would not do that just in case that they might feel uncomfortable. I would call their mother or their father for them to do it, not me. And I'm very, very close with my niece and nephews, and I love them like I love nothing else in this world. I'm going to give you guys a video from a content creator that is saying it, I think, even better than I am. Take a listen.
Reddick, the NASCAR driver, who we now know is the father of the little boy in the viral Michael Jordan video, has come out and made a statement about the viral moment. However, he makes no mention of anything going down the boy's shirt or pants. Let's hear what he had to say.
Anything that you'd like to say about the media backlash involving Michael Jordan celebrating with your family?
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I've gotten to know Michael and his family very well over the years I've been here with 2311, and I don't see what other people see when it comes to this. For me, it's a huge moment. This is the biggest moment of my career. It's a huge moment for my family and for his family, and I just, I put that off to the side.
Now, my question to you all is, would you be comfortable with someone interacting with your son or your child in this way? Now, to me personally, that entire situation and the response from the father gives creepy uncle that everyone still allows to come around, even though he borders on being completely inappropriate with all the young people in the family. And it is my personal opinion that people's rush to dismiss the fact that it was inappropriate is the reason that a lot of things that happen to children continue to happen, because we excuse behavior that is questionable in the first place and shouldn't be allowed to happen. I'm not sure how you could push something that egregious to the side and think about a win when that is your child. And if you would be okay with somebody interacting with your child like that, everybody parents differently. But for me personally, not a chance in hell. Not happening.
Totally agree. Totally agree. All right. So I think we could put this to rest now. If there's any other thing that comes around, we will, of course, bring it to you, but I think it is done with now. Okay. Let's move on to Donald Trump and what he has to say about Melania and Valentine's Day. I don't think anyone's going to be surprised by this, but take a listen.
Have any Valentine's Day plans with her?
Did I what?
Did you do anything for Valentine's with her?
Hi, everybody. That's the toughest question. No, she's very, I'm proud of the fact, her movie's so successful.
Well, why are we talking about the movie?
And she does a good job. She does some very consequential work. I think you're going to see in the end that she's going to go down as one of the truly great first ladies. When you see what she's doing with Russia, Ukraine, and so many of the other things she's doing, she's done a good job. She works very hard.
Yo, sir, we asked you about Valentine's Day. Yo, her movie's amazing. The work that she does. Yo, I feel like those two haven't been together for like, I don't know, about 10 years almost. What Valentine's Day with Melania? Are you crazy? All right, let's move on to the latest that's happening in the White House today. Donald Trump decided to celebrate Black History Month today. So we have a couple of clips from that. But before the day even got started, there was somebody in the press room that asked Caroline Leavitt about Donald Trump and being racist. And he says what most people say that are racist, that are like, I can't be racist. I got black friends. That is the worst thing to say. Take a listen.
The president said, despite the fact that I'm falsely and consistently called a racist by the scoundrels and lunatics on the radical left, Democrats all, it was always my pleasure to help Jesse along the way. Where or when does the president believe he's been falsely called racist?
You're kidding, right? No. I will pull you plethora of examples. I'm going to get my team in that room to start going through the internet of radical Democrats throughout the years, Ed, who have accused this president falsely of being a racist. And I'm sure there's many people in this room and on network television across the country who have accused him of the same. In fact, I know that because I've seen it with my own eyes. And the president very much looks forward to having an event later this afternoon at 3 p.m. to celebrate Black History Month and to talk about how his policies are advancing opportunity and prosperity for all Americans through record tax cuts.
All right. Thanks a lot, Caroline. Okay. I made a reel right before I started, and it's the two highlights that people are putting out online. Donald Trump was talking about jazz musicians and how, jazz was not invented, but credited to black artists. And then it goes from jazz to rap. And then he's like, Nicki Minaj. And then he starts like going off and ranting about Nicki Minaj. And then after, you'll see some people in the crowd loving Donald Trump. Take a listen. And chanting 4 more years. Just look at the people who are chanting 4 more years. Take a listen.
Nicki Minaj, so beautiful. Her skin's so beautiful.
Nicki Minaj is Donald Trump's new side piece. I told y'all this weeks ago. And I'm sure Melania is somewhere at home saying, girl, thank you. Take him. Donald Trump gushes over Nicki Minaj during a Black History Month event. I love Nicki Minaj. She's so beautiful. Her skin is so beautiful. That was a horrible Trump impression. It sounded more like Chris Rock.
Black artists like Chuck Berry, Muddy Waters. How about Nicki Minaj? Do we love Nicki Minaj? Right? I love Nicki Minaj. She was here a couple of weeks ago. She's so beautiful. Her skin's so beautiful. I said, Nicki is so beautiful. Her nails are like that long. I said, Nicki, are they real? She said, she didn't want to get into that. But she was so beautiful and so great. And she gets it, more importantly, frankly, she gets it. But
and it didn't stop there. The brothers and sisters in the crowd were chanting 4 more years for Donald Trump. By the way, Donald Trump also said he can't be racist because he celebrates Black History Month. We'll talk about this and more. Oh my gosh. Anyways. Hey, the people in the crowd can chant whatever they would like. All right. It's a free world. I just think it's just, hey, do you. All right. Let's move on to now a presidential hopeful, Stephen A. Smith. And for my daily listeners, my outlouders, you know that like Jesse Waters now, I have canceled Stephen A. Smith off of this show. I feel that he has some misogynist tendencies. I don't like how he speaks about black women. I don't like what he said about Jasmine Crockett, and I do not like what he said about Kamala Harris. Even if I am fans of those 2 women or not, I just don't like the way how he speaks about them. And I also don't like how he panders to the right. He thinks he's slick. He does things to go viral. He has a $100 million contract with Disney, but he wants so badly to break into the YouTube world. It started with Shannon Sharp. He brought him over there to get closer to him. He does it with Cam Newton. And as much respect as I have for Stephen A. Smith, he is a legend in the sports world. I do not like the content creator, Stephen A. Smith. I feel like he's done things to feel like I can't support him. Not saying that you guys shouldn't. That's just my point of view. However, my job with this show is to talk to you guys about things that are viral. So Jemele Hill was on someone's podcast, and she made light of the fact that you guys should take Stephen A. Smith seriously when he says that he wants to run for the president of the United States. And, 6 or 7 months ago, people were like, yeah, it's nothing. But he does have some support, a lot from the right, because they like to see a black man speaking against black women and against black issues. And they use him to say, you see, one black person gets it, so all you rest should. This is what Nicki Minaj is doing too, right? But let's hear what Jemele Hill has to say and her warning. Take a listen.
I think I'm crazy. But if I'm the Democrats, given Stephen A's name recognition and his constant ability to attract audience, to speak in sound bites, to debate, because Stephen A on a debate stage, it will get real. Again, we have a president that is loose on the facts. And I know some of you are thinking like, but he's black. He's not going to be able to get away with the same things that Donald Trump is. Sure, to a degree, but he will if he has a message and messaging that connects with white people. He absolutely will. So if I'm the Democrats and I see Stephen A constantly talking about running for president, this is CBS News that is doing a big piece on him on their morning show. ABC's already done a piece on him. He's a best-selling author. He's already got media wired. The Democrats need to take him seriously. He's a threat. If you're a Democrat that wants to run for president.
So y'all see her point. Remember when Donald Trump started running and people are like, oh, he can't win, he can't win, he can't win? You never know. And Stephen A. Smith has shown you who he was in the past year and a half. Just imagine in the next 2 years, and just imagine when he starts getting funding, people donating. And if he can use his celebrity and his amazing talking ability, like she said, Stephen A. Smith on a debate stage, I don't know too many people that want to see him. Pay attention, Democrats. Okay, let's go over to some entertainment news. Cardi B, Stefon Diggs, the latest. Cardi B's ex, Stefon Diggs, is trying to win her back with a $26,000 Rolex and other lavish gifts, says an insider. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs sparked breakup rumors Super Bowl weekend. People suspected that the couple was at odds when Cardi B was asked to share some encouraging words for Stefon ahead of the big game, and all she said was, good luck. Soon after, fans noticed they no longer followed each other on Instagram, and Cardi seemingly confirmed the split this week while on tour. Responding to Bia, who shaded the NFL star on Twitter, Cardi says, just because I'm not messing with my baby daddy doesn't mean you get to talk about my baby daddy. We told you guys about that last week. While the reasons for the breakup remain unclear, by the way, we know the reason for the breakup. I don't know why this article is saying it remains unclear. Stefon Diggs brought one of his other baby mamas to the game, put her in the same hotel with their son, and Cardi didn't know about it. You can't be bringing your baby moms to Super Bowl. You got to choose one, Stefon. And when you're with Cardi B, it's got to be Cardi B because she's Cardi B. But we all told Cardi B not to be messing with Stefon because he likes all his baby mamas, and he really doesn't like Cardi that much. Anyways, I digress. It seems Stefon is trying to move past the drama. An insider told The Sun that he's been sending Cardi gifts, including Chanel items, and a $26,000 Rolex in hopes of winning her back. However, the source claims Cardi B is unmoved and still has him completely blocked. They added, she is very, very upset with him. The former couple welcomed a son November 2025. According to the source, Cardi considers herself a single mother, and despite Stefon's efforts, she has pretty much put up a wall between them. Okay. We all know Cardi B, as much as I love Cardi B, we all know that, she does love a gift or two. We all seen that Offset has gotten her back a couple of times already in the past. I'm not saying Stefon will be able to do that because I feel really like deep down in her soul, Cardi B is always going to love Offset, and that's the man who she's probably going to end up being with. So I don't know if Stefon could win her back. And just my own hunch, I don't even think Stefon wants to win her back. I think he's actually just trying to not be blocked out because he wants to see his kid and kind of just get to a place where they could be amicable. And I don't think that he really wants her by his side everywhere and that be his wifey. I just don't think that. And I've been saying that this whole time, and he proved that during Super Bowl, trying to sneak in his baby mama. How you Stefon Diggs, you try to sneak in your baby mama, stick her down in the end zone, and then go on Instagram and be like, get caught on Instagram being like, what's up, baby mama? These dudes are crazy. All right. Last piece of entertainment news is YesJulz. And I put this on here for my day ones. YesJulz is a social influencer, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat, etc. She's been known to work with Kanye West, blah, 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 blah. She is most famously known for being with LeBron James. And I like to get on LeBron James because he's like my least favorite basketball player because I'm all Jordan, except for now because of what may have not done. But yes, I'm a big LeBron hater. And since the beef with like him and Drake and academics or whatever, I, with my ties in Toronto, has said, yes, I'm confirming what academics said and what Drake had said and whatever, etc., that LeBron comes up to Toronto, Carabana, and he steps out on Savannah. And I have been known to put this in my titles and put this, and everyone's like, oh, you got to be careful he doesn't sue you for defamation. And I want him to because I have girls that will literally come to the court case. So I wanted to put up yet another example. YesJulz was just on Neon's stream, and she confirmed it once again. I want to play it for you guys. Take a listen.
Who is bigger, Drake or LeBron? That's a tough question. I don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah, okay.
Do I miss LeBron? I wish he was still on the Heat. Yes, very much so. We need him back in Miami.
Are you a LeBron?
You see how she caught herself? Like, do I miss LeBron? Yeah. And then thank you very much, Jules. Even more evidence. All right. I'm coming over to the comment section right now to talk with you guys. I see the comment section. Blow it up. Let's go. All right. Welcome. Good show. For sticking around. I'm coming over to the comment section right now. Before I get there, y'all know I have a very important question to ask y'all. I'll be there. Just give me 1 second, okay, guys? Is your computer, laptop, or cell phone vulnerable to data breaches? Yes, they are. Even if you think they're not, they are. And you should be using Aura, the all-in-one digital security platform, to protect yourself from those security breaches. Go to my sponsor below, aura.com/trendoutloud, to get your free 14-day trial to see if any of your data, credit card, social security number, phone number, has already been exposed. If you're ever wondered how come scammers get your cell phone number or why your inbox is filled with spam, here is why. There are companies called data brokers, and they sell your data, and they do it without your consent, and they make billions of dollars selling it to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. That's why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my family, friends, and all you guys, the out louders. Aura takes care of the hard part for you, automatically removing your private information off of these sites and keeping it off. With Aura, you get alerts if any of your personal information is ever found on the dark web. Real-time fraud alerts if your credit card or banking information is ever found on the dark web. You got a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager. They have US-based round-the-clock customer service. Also, in the event that anything should ever go wrong, Aura also includes, not offers, they include a $5 million identity theft insurance protection package. If something happens, you can get up to $5 million. All right. Try Aura today free for 14 days. You may already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like locking your front door and keeping your back door open. All right. It is really cool when you get up there and sign up with that link below, or here, I'll put up the QR code. Once you get there, it's really cool. They will be able to show you your information. You'll see there maybe your social security number, your credit card, your phone, your email. With a click of a button, they wipe it off, and it's wiped off the dark web. No more spam phone calls, no more links. Your information is out there, and it's dangerous. They could show you for absolutely free, okay? Also, do not forget to sign up for the Out Loud membership. You'll see the join button above me, or the membership tab if you're on YouTube. And also, for those of you who have asked, hey, do you have PayPal? Do you have Venmo? The best way to give back to the show is while we're on our live giving out, you can give a super chat or a super thanks, all right? We appreciate whatever you decide to give. All right. Coming over to the chat. What up, what up, what up, what up? I wish I could do my horn button while I'm in the comment section, but this is how this is set up. It doesn't do it that way. So I have to use my old school one. Shout out to my producer. All right. Black Girl Lost is Natasha and DJ. What up, what up, what up, what up? Joey said, salut to Trent. Miss C. Smith says, hey, hey, hey. Gerald Baptiste says, Trent Wagwan, Wappen brother. Yo, Kim says, what up? Hey, Out Louders. What up, Kim in the building? G.I. Morris says, I miss social discussions. Social discussions is still there. Oh, yeah, we haven't done social discussion in a long time. I've been doing a lesson of the day. All right. I'll try to get back to that. AOM says, first time catching your live. Orlando here. Bam, 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 bam. Shout out Florida in the building. Big Florida in the building. Guys, I'm in such a good mood today. You know why? Because I'm not sick anymore. Well, I'm still like 10%, but my nose, my eyes. Let's go. Shout out to Trent for sleeping in and actually getting some rest. All right. Who's here? The professor says, hey, Out Louders, happy Wednesday. Emily says, hey, Trent, let's go. Tara says, hello, Trent. Hello, everyone. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, Tara? AOM says, what's up, everyone? Gosh says, shout out Dawn something, but yes, shout out to you. Owner of something I can't pronounce. Hey, Emma and Tara. All right, you guys are just saying hello to each other. Here we go. Some first comments. Tara says, I truly believe Nancy is no longer with us, and they will never find out who kidnapped her. I agree with you, unfortunately. Crystal, what up? Happy hump day, Trent. Thank you. My fellow Trent Angels and Out Louders, let's go. What up, Crystal? Gia in the building. Gia, what up in Manhattan? Gia, are you back in Manhattan now? I forgot where you were. Like in Georgia or in Florida or something. Emily said, like and share. Yes. Mars is in the building. Hey, Mars, you came early. I know Mars is going to be excited for all that Trump stuff I put in here. I know Mars has something to say. Jack Johnson said, Detroit, Michigan, viewers hit that like button. Yo, shout out to Detroit. What up, though? Lord says, what's it Jew has to say now? What's this? Okay, that's not very nice. Kim says, hey, Mars. All right, you guys are saying hi to each other. Okay, here we go. Helen says, Hillary and Bill Clinton were definitely upset about having to be questioned for real. Lord says 6,021,000 at best. Cindy says, don't pay attention to TMZ holes. Okay. Kevin says, Harvey is a clout-chasing turd. He falls for every bogus letter. Hey, Harvey, that's them saying it, not me. Native says, okay, that's a bot. TMZ wants clout. That's a distraction from Kevin. Area says, of course, they're going to be a new ransom note. They increased the amount to find her for 200,000. Oh, I didn't know it was increased to 200,000. Thank you. Cindy says, it's sad to say, but the poor lady is gone. They messed it up. And they tried to clean it up. Sad poor lady. Sucks. Y'all be sure to hit that like button from Kim. Tara says, Harvey and TMZ are doing this for views to make money off the whole situation. Trump is using it as a distraction away from the Epstein files. Crystal says, this guy is funny. So sad for Nancy. Didn't look good. Really sad. OG Kick said, Trent out loud 100. 100. Rico says, Ramsey's teacher had... Okay, I'm not going to read that. Okay, somebody says, quack, quack from Cali. What up, Cali? What up, Cali? What side is the best side? It's all strange from Wine Smoke. Something said, I bet my life she's alive and even knows her abductor because they're all in on it. That could be a possibility. Hey, June, what up? June says, hey, Trent, how you feeling today? Hopefully you are much better than the other day from your look away. Your look anyway. I'm happy for you from Italy. What up, June from Italy? I feel so much better. Still a little bit heady, but I feel a lot better. Somebody says Nancy Benet Ramsey area. That I know that guy was funny. Eh? That's why I played it for you. Chris says, I agree, Emily. This doesn't look good, and it's really sad. Epstein smoke screen. Hi from Colorado. What up, Colorado? Some Rico said this is a distraction, y'all. Guppy says, there you go. Epstein did it. It's crazy, Crystal, says Emily. Huh? Somebody here said, Croakbeck said, staged AF. Ask Hillary where grandma is. She'll show up after the trial. That's funny. Kim says, hey, Mosey from Colorado. Welcome. Crystal says, this old lady snatcher definitely seems like a distraction from the Epstein files. Mystery says, hello, Trent. Streaming from the UK. What up? Somebody said, I thought this was Drake. Nope. It's Trent. All right. Mystery says, it's extremely cold in the UK today. We may get snow. Wow, that's crazy. Sorry it's so cold out there for you. Oh, Sparkle's back. We ought to be careful what I put up with Sparkle because Sparkle kind of gets a little, a little extra sometimes. Sparkle says, you always have excuses for people on the left. I just dragged Hillary and I dragged Bill. What excuses? Yo, Sparkle, you're just unfair, man. Next comment like that, I'm just gonna straight up just think that you hating. Croakbeck, or I'm sorry, I'm not pronouncing your name right. But yet everybody wants to give Trump, oh my gosh. It's either I'm sick or I'm yawning. Oh my gosh. Yet everybody wants to give Trump BS over being on the list and using his plane. These files don't mean anything. Whoa, there's a big difference than Whoopi Goldberg being on the list or being in an email because somebody says, hey, Whoopi's looking for a plane, than Donald Trump being on his plane at parties all over the place with him. Huge difference. Okay, let me see. This is another one. You bring up Diddy. Okay, I can't put this up. You bring up Diddy to defend Whoopi. Wow. I guess you won't read my comments anyways. How did I bring up Diddy to defend Whoopi? What I said, Sparkle, and by the way, thank you for your comment. Thank you for coming back for a second day. What I said is, if Diddy is trying to make money because he's in jail and he can't use his plane, and he puts his plane up for lease or for rent, if I am looking to rent a private jet and I go into the pool of private jets and Diddy's plane comes up as, let's say, like the cheapest one, and I can fly to Jamaica on it and pay $20,000, forget, Whoopi didn't even get on the plane. But I'm just saying, if the Diddy files come out and Trent Out Loud is in there because I was looking for a private plane to go to Jamaica, does that mean I'm on the Diddy list? Does that mean I was at a freak off? This is what I'm trying to say. This is what the Trump administration is doing to you. And how could you think that I'm bringing up Diddy to defend Whoopi? I'm literally giving you facts. You can watch this show every day, and everything is on YouTube or podcast platforms. You could go back. This is my 686th show. I never defend nobody. I don't care about nobody. I really don't. The only person I will defend in this world is my mother. Okay? Like, I don't care, bro. Like, I don't care. I don't care about these people at all. I don't care about Diddy. I don't care about Trump. I don't care about Jordan. I don't care about nobody. I really don't. Okay? And my nieces and nephews and my sister and my father. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I don't care. I'm not defending nobody. I'm literally just bringing you guys facts. To me, 2 + 2 = 4. And that's it. Done. Thank you for your comment. Hold on. Let me just see to make sure I could put this up. Okay, I think it might be safe. I have 2 daughters in their early 20s. We voted for the presidential candidate who was found guilty of felonies and found liable for SA. I know I shouldn't have put that up. Sparkle said, I'm Whoopi's lawyer. Okay. Or maybe you weren't saying that to me. Maybe you're saying that was her lawyer was saying that. I hope you were saying that. Whoopi stuff BS. She's guilty. Yo, man, y'all are crazy. You. Anyways, I'm not gonna get worked up today. How can you guys? It's even like Jay-Z. You guys have to start A, reading, and B, start taking your feelings out of this. That's the problem with politics. Like you cannot be like, oh, I love Donald Trump so much. Like, he doesn't even know you. Neither does Bill Clinton. Neither does Michael Jordan. Neither does Diddy. Like, they don't know you. Like, so why are you so wrapped up? Jay-Z is allegedly in the Epstein files. No, you know what you do? You do your due diligence. Is he in the Epstein files? You could just go on the Epstein file list or go on Google and you pull it up and you say, it was an FBI tip hotline. Somebody called in on a line that anybody can call in and said, yo, I was in a room with Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein. I'm not saying I don't believe her, but now you know, was he in the file? Did somebody accuse him? No, it was a hotline from anybody who was never investigated. And then you take from that what you want. So with Whoopi, you can't say, well, she's guilty. She was looking for a plane. That's the facts. That's the letter. She showed you on The View. Her people were looking for a plane to rent. They didn't rent them. So that's why when you search Whoopi Goldberg, it comes up. What is she guilty of? Looking for a jet? And I'm not defending her. I'm just defending the facts. I'm literally letting you know what the facts are. It's just what the facts are. If you have any other facts that are different, please send them on to me. That stuff gets me mad. Oh, she's guilty. Why? Because she was in the files. Jay-Z's guilty because he was in the files. What are you talking about? Sparkle says, it's so Trump that put Whoopi in, it's Trump that put Whoopi in the files. That's what Sparkle is saying. No, Sparkle, but I just told you while she's in the files. Sparkle says, why don't you talk about Obama, but you think it's convenient to talk about the Clintons? You're a plant. Okay. Oh my gosh, Sparkle, you're driving me nuts now. Sparkle, yesterday you asked me to talk about Whoopi. I went just because of you. I brought up a clip of Whoopi. I got the facts on Whoopi. You had no point. She's not in the files in the sense of that she was on the island or she partied with him or had something to do with him or even spoke with him. And now you're like, why don't you talk about the Obamas? What do you want me to talk about the Obamas? What do you want me to say about them? Like, I don't understand you. But it's convenient to talk about the Clintons. You're a plant. So now I shouldn't talk about the Clintons? Sparkle, man. I love a good debate, but you're driving me a little cuckoo over here, man. Crazy. Miss She So Sweet says, so he didn't have his own plane? I don't understand that. Yes, Epstein had his own plane. Whoopi was looking to rent a plane. Actually, it wasn't even Whoopi. The fundraiser that she was going to was they were looking to get a plane so they could bring Whoopi Goldberg there. Yo, that's even a bigger fact. It wasn't even Whoopi looking for the plane. It was the people looking for a plane for Whoopi. Y'all are crazy out here, yo. All this yelling. Oh, I'm gonna get myself sick again. Jolene, I think you're sorry to pronounce the name. Are those rumors that the Trump charity for Haiti was used for something after the disaster? I have no idea. Oh gosh, another Sparkle comment. The Epstein list. Okay, I'm not reading this because that's not a fact. Sparkle. Tara says, okay, whoa, Tara, sorry, I can't put that up, but I'll read it. Trump is a R-word dude, felon, and has absolutely no morals. Hillary and Bill are trash. Bill is a P-word, just like Trump. All of them need to go to prison. You see, this is something I can get with. I totally agree with all of that, Tara. You see, that's how you know somebody like Tara is real. She just told you, although I can't put it there because she's typing words that I can't say on YouTube, but she's like, Democrats and Republicans, get rid of all of them. Sparkle is like, just get rid of all the Democrats. It's just the Democrats are bad. This is crazy. Jolene says, oops, I said Trump, I meant Bill. No problem. George says, she was one of the worst ones. I think that might be Hillary. Kathy says, don't trust you. Okay. Michi says, you're right to highlight the leasing of the private jet between the elites. Trent, it happens all the time. Yeah. I think Charity Fun and my thumb wrote Trump. It's okay, no problem. Yo, Landa with some applause. Thank you, Yolanda. Crystal says, I agree. Everyone should testify. I love that she said that part. Sparkle said, oh, let me take off Sparkle's thing. Hillary knew about her husband's deeds, and why didn't she bring it up at her debate stage with Trump? Sparkle, why would she bring up her own wrongdoings? Like, that's crazy. Bill Clinton was in the pool. That's what Emily said. Dr. Jazz News, welcome. Black people, I don't care what happens. Who is who the... Okay, we can't put that up there. Hold on. Never forget, it's the Democratic Party, and the Democratic Party are linked up with the K word. Black people never forget that. Okay? Thank you for your comment. Oh my gosh. Sparkle again. Trent, you have got Trump derangement syndrome. Oh my gosh. I hate when people use the Donald Trump talking points. And that's how you... Hold on. And that's how you were rooting for Diddy to be pardoned. When did I ever root for Diddy to be pardoned? All right, can you show me a clip? I will give you $1,000 if you can show me a clip where I was rooting for Diddy to be pardoned. Or maybe I was giving you guys some inside information that Diddy was very close to getting a pardon. And I was one of the first content creators to tell you guys that back in, he got arrested in September. I think I told you guys like in October, and people were like, oh, I was like, just watch. And then even before the trial, during the trial, I told you, hey, guys, it's coming. It's coming. They're close. They're close. George Santos got pardoned. I was like, I knew something was coming this weekend. 24 hours after, George Santos got pardoned. And then TMZ, 48 hours after, was like, yo, Trump might pardon Diddy. And then it was a big thing. And then Diddy's team got in trouble for talking to TMZ. And then Trump shut it all down and was like, yo, you guys spilled it all out. So yes, I was one of the first ones to break that story. And I spoke about it at length because I have inside information. However, I never, what was the word you used? I never was rooting. I was never rooting for Diddy's pardon. FYI. But thank you so much, Crystal, for being here. Paul says, but why Republicans won't release it? I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but yeah, I want them to release everything. Sparkle says, why weren't you commenting during Biden years? Crystal, I don't know what platform you're on, but go back to when Biden was president. You just keep scrolling down. Like I said, this is my 686th episode. You will hear me talking about Joe Biden. You will hear me talking about Kamala Harris. Maybe you weren't watching then, but I was, because I drag everybody. Just like I've been dragging Michael Jordan for the past 4 days, so much so that my own mother texted me last night. It was like, yo, what are you doing? And again, I don't care about these people. I don't care about Biden. I don't care about Kamala. I don't care about Diddy. I don't care about Trump. I don't care about Michael Jordan. And I have been very open about the fact that I have worked with Jordan Brand, who was owned by Michael Jordan, for close to 15 years. I have very, 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 very good friends still to this day that work at Jordan Brand. I know Michael Jordan's son very well. Okay. I walk into a room and he'd be like, yo, what up, Trent? He might be very mad at me right now. I told you guys yesterday, I know Michael Jordan's brother-in-law, his wife's brother. He owns a sneaker boutique in Florida. I've hung out and partied with him many times. Okay. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I have a job to do, and my job is to tell you guys the facts and bring you guys the receipts. Thank you for your comment. Mr. Frost says, she is evil. She and John's something did spirit eat. Okay, we're not going to put that. Miss Thing says, but if you watch the video good, he's looking at the ground like he's looking at something. Okay, I'm not too sure. Crystal, I just want to be fair and still give Crystal a shot, but I might not be able to put up her post. Crystal says, how many politicians called the feds to thank them for arresting Epstein, and who called Ghislaine evil in 2006? Thank you, Sparkle. Let me put that up because I can put that up. That was Sparkle's comment. Mr. Forrest says, Trump is the one who turned Epstein in. Guys, that was Crystal's comment above, right? Trump called the politicians. Trump testified. Trump was the snitch who did everything. What makes you think because Donald Trump had something to do with his arrest, snitched on him or anything, or gave them information? What on God's green earth makes you think that makes Donald Trump innocent? That makes him more guilty, if you ask me. This snitch is always the worst dude in the crew. He's the one who is doing more dirt, and he knows that he is about to go down. Trust me, okay? Trust me. Get my book, okay? I've been in these circles. The guy who snitches is the guy who is doing the most. And he is flipping because he is the one that has no character. So he is flipping on Epstein to put him in jail. Makes me know that Trump had something to do with it. You want to look at it and be like, well, he was the good guy? Okay, that's your opinion. That is just not my opinion. And I think it's crazy for you to think that, like, oh, well, he turned him in. So, like, oh, so hold on. Trump and him were partying. He saw something and was like, oh my gosh, you're just a horrible person, and then turned him in? Do you know what Donald Trump has been accused of and convicted of already? The crimes? The stories? Y'all are crazy, but I respect your opinion. Sparkle says, you're a pretentious independent. Keep lying to yourself. All right, I can put that up. Respect your opinion. Thank you for your comment. Tara says, I think Donald and Bill did dirt together. Exactly. Donald, Bill, and Epstein. With Epstein, and they need to be exposed and sent to prison. Totally agree. Mr. Good says, don't trust the government. Listen, I'm a black man, okay? We don't trust the government at all, okay? We all know what the government did to us. It's all black people. Felicia said, happy Wednesday, Trent and the Out Louders. What up, Felicia? In the building. Please hit that like button, says AJ. Hit that like button. Oh, gosh, Sparkle again. You're acting like the Dems weren't taking money from Epstein even after he was convicted. Ask Hakeem Jeffries. Tell me when I ever said something like that. Sparkle, I love that you're here, and I love that this is what I like, and that's why I even tell like Crystal and Kim and Mars, whatever. Like I personally want this. To me, it adds to the show. It gets me riled up, and I love having these healthy discussions. And please don't take anything personal. I don't take anything you say to me personal. But please come back every day. But if you're going to come back, you cannot take things out the air, and you can't take things that I've never said. It's just not true. Like I never acted that way at all. Never. You're acting. I never acted that way. KJ said crazy. Sparkle says, stop all your fake survivor concern BS. Where were your concerns all these years? You see, Crystal? Again, that's just not fair. Who are you to tell me that my concerns are BS? How do you know that? Where is your proof of that? You see what I'm talking about? Mystery says, try not to laugh. The UK is headed for another fallout with Mr. T. Rem something island. Sparkle says, jeez, Sparkle, you're very commenty today, huh? You all will realize that you were all wrong about Trump and MAGA. Okay, fair. That's a fair comment. I please prove me wrong. These are the situations where I'm like, please prove me wrong. By the way, I'm the one who gets dragged in my own comment section and my own friends, people who I'm close with, for saying when Donald Trump does something good. I've said it a bunch of times on this show. And then when I do that, people are like, you say that you're independent, but you're really like MAGA coded. You're MAGA. No, when somebody does something good, like when he was doing stuff with the tariffs, I was one of the ones who was like, I don't think it's all the way bad. I like that he's standing up to China. There is a tariff problem. I think it was smart that he chose the economy and immigration to win on. And I said that that is what won him the election, and won all 7 swing states and won the popular vote. I feel like Kamala Harris did a poor job with the things that she chose to highlight. I've been saying that. Do I like how Donald Trump has gone about his immigration policy? No. I was just in Minnesota for 4 days speaking with the people being on the ground. I was right there. I saw ICE agents in action. So I know firsthand. I went to the ICE headquarters. So I know firsthand the way he went about it. However, I still give him credit for attempting to solve the problem. So I'm not the one that's here that says that Trump can never do right and he's never done anything correct in his whole entire presidency. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to read that. Ooh, jeez. KJ said, of course he does. Her husband and brother mess with. Okay, can't say that. Sparkle. You forgot to mention that Whoopi worked for Trump and was receiving paychecks from the racists. Okay. So you want me to tell you when I'm talking about Whoopi, you want me to talk about her whole entire career? Okay. I'll do that next time, Sparkle. No problem. There says, I watched your clip earlier. Michael Jordan had no business doing that to Tyler Robinson's son. Totally agree. Oh my gosh. Please do your research about things. You're one of those people who would say Jasmine Crockett is the best representation for blacks. Yo, Sparkle, I'm going to start reading all of Sparkle's comments because when did I ever say that Jasmine Crockett was the best representation for blacks? Tell me when I ever said that. I never said that. The only time you've heard me talk about Jasmine Crockett, and I do like her. I didn't say she's the best representation for black people. I do like her. And I said that I disagree with the things that Stephen A. Smith said about her. Tara says, Nicki Minaj is a complete joke, just like Trump. Both they're disgusting. Blah, blah, blah. Tara says, sorry, not Tara. KJ says, I would have fire from Michael because ain't no way. It's funny how we have so many other racists in the country, but only one Black History Month. Okay. Somebody said I was a moron. Thank you. Sparkle says it's the best excuse since everybody hates ICE these days. Laugh out loud. Pretty convenient excuse. Okay. Blessing says I just seen him trying to get the child's attention by pulling on the back of his shirt. What does everybody else think? Thank you for just asking that question. Love that. Stand says, stop with the lies. There's no photo of Trump with KIDs other than Okay, fine, fair. Nobody ever said that. Kimberly says, everyone blowing everyone up on something. Okay. Your Democrat are liars. You Democrats are liars. Somebody told me to be quiet. Sparkle says, a true racist can't stand a black person if you know about racism. That is so not true. That is so not true. I totally disagree with that. Greetings, Trent. Because you covered Sean Combs' trial, did you hear that Vladimir Zed bought his LA mansion? Very glad for him. Another way to put the past behind. I never heard that. I didn't hear that his mansion was sold. Sorry, I'm clearing my throat so much, guys. What? Did he sell his LA mansion to Vladimir Zed? And is it sold, period? I don't think so. I would have heard that. Did list it. The mansion did not sell. No, this is not true. No, there's nobody bought Diddy's mansion. Sparkle said, look at the people chanting 4 more years. That's really condescending. Okay. Brian said, y'all remember when they told us, I can't say that word, from the market. Hey, Trent and Outlouders, did anybody notice Reddick's eyes close when he said, I didn't see nothing? I didn't notice that part, no. I just don't like that whole thing. Let me play it again. His eyes closed and he said, I don't see it. Let me. Oh, hold on. I got to remove this. Let me see something.
Anything that you'd like to say?
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I've gotten to know Michael and his family very well over the years I've been here with 2311, and you know, I don't see what other people see when it comes to this.
Woo! I didn't notice that. Fully closed his eyes. Wow. Good on you for noticing that. Wow. Very good. Did not notice that. Sparkle says, you are Master Trump. You are just a hack. Mark says, change your name. Oh gosh. Okay. Sparkle says, who is a racist then if you support the same people who are saying that you hate? Sparkle, I've given you enough attention today. I can't comment anymore. You're making my throat dry. Gosh, I went from having a stuffy nose and now a sore throat. I'll take the sore throat, actually. Okay, I'm not going to read that. The professor says, okay, I need the people chanting in the crowd at the White House to pick up their history books. This should have been covered in any civics classes. I need the chanters to refresh their civic courses. By the way, thank you so much for saying that, Professor. I was so shocked at the people in the crowd chanting 4 more years. I totally forgot that it's not constitutionally possible. And if he ran for another 4 more years, and if he won for 4 more years, it goes against the Constitution. Thank you, Professor. That's why I love having the professor here. I'm so caught up in all the other stuff, I totally forgot. Hold on. Let me see what Sparkle is saying before I put it up. People like low IQ Jemele Hill are the reason why blacks are where they are today. The Democrats choose the worst in the black community to represent them. It's the playbook. Okay, Sparkle. Another thing that Sparkle says, Stephen can't win the Democratic primary because the Democrats' base are full of lunatics and TDS something. Tara says, black people don't like sellouts like Stephen A. Smith. June says Trump is a big baby. Every time I see him, I just start laughing because over here in Italy, his way is very funny to us. Trust me. Dr. Jazz says Black people, don't be distracted. Ooh, I'm very sorry for yawning, guys. The Democrat. Oh, you said this already, Dr. Jazz. Kim said, hello, everybody in the chat. Sorry, I was in a meeting. Are you guys just don't know how hard it is to reply with people in the comment section? How hard? Do not know how hard it was not to reply. Oh, you're saying to like the haters, I think. I understand you, Kim. Why do people think that? Tara said, I hope Cardi B doesn't take that disrespectful loser back. He's super zesty. He is super zesty. Those outfit choices are very feminine. Stephen A. Smith doesn't like Black people. That's why he said that. Raymond is asking for evidence. Tara says, of course, LeBron has been cheating for years. They say he loves white women. All athletes and entertainers cheat women who cheat women know that when they get involved with them. I feel you. The thing I just don't like about LeBron is how like he tries to act like he's this like Mother Teresa, like amazing thought. Like, anyways, he drives me nuts sometimes. I do respect for what he does, though. The fact that like Michael Jordan never put his foot down for like the Black community and Black people, and at least LeBron does that. So I'll give him credit for that. Midlife Seaver says, hey, Trey and Neil Louders. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I just said I slept in today and got sleep. I'm still yawning. Midlife Seaver says, hey, Trent Out Louders watching on TV. Good show. Thank you very, very much. I love to hear that. Thank you. Crystal says, I agree, June. It is funny as long as he isn't the president of your country. But for us over here, it's extremely stressful and sad. I knew somebody was going to say that. I was just going to wait for it. Tara says, you can vote for Steven. He will not be getting my vote. Emma says, Crystal, are you here? Emily said, I see you now. Hold on. The false electors went through all of the trouble of creating a fake and fraudulent electoral certificates, but the plan fell apart because Pence wouldn't use them to illegally overturn the results. Thank you for that comment, Audrey. Mystery says, Trent, you sound better today. Yep. Feel a lot better too. Crystal. June says, Crystal, you are right. Crystal says, Trent, you're funny today. Love the energy. I'm over here laughing, looking crazy at tax, looking at tax prepayers. I don't know what the tax prepayers is, but I'm happy I'm making you laugh, Crystal. Blacks live MAGA from Paul. Thank you for that comment, Paul. Mars, I knew Mars would be entering the chat soon. Mars says, to all Black people supporting Trump, shame, shame, shame. I knew Mars would be somewhere here. Paul says, release the Clinton Epstein files. I agree with that. Paul said, make Kamala sober again. Okay, that's his Paul. June says, Crystal, you are right 100%. Sorry, guys, sorry. Paul says, a nation is defined by its borders, its laws, its culture. The left wants to surrender all of these. Thank you for your comment, Paul. Tara says, do not put Black and MAGA in the same sentence. It's disgusting. Mars said something, but I think here we go. Sparkle, I am going to start calling you dim because what? Okay, I think... Sparkle, I'm going to start calling you dim. Because what? Start calling her dim? Because what? I'm not sorry. I don't know what that means. What does a dim mean, Mars? Mars says, hello, angels and out louders. Paul says, Diddycrats. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but we don't even know them. Kim is giving some heart signals to Mars. Liberal Democrats, have you figured out what a woman is yet? That's kind of funny, Paul. Paul says, Nicki, MAGA, them Diddycrats. Okay, Paul, give me a comment, okay? Paul, please, something that we can talk and discuss. Tara says, Republicans are, Tara, I can't read that. Republicans are P-word, Democrats, P-words. They're all disgusting, but Trump needs to be impeached. Mars says Trump is a criminal. You voted for a criminal. Okay, Paul again. Kim says, Paul, thank you for your comments. Keep coming back. Love that, Kim. Come on. Love that. Let me find one here. I can't put up Paul's comments anymore. OMG, Sparkle. Nothing will make you happy, bro. Here we go. Mars says, T, don't let Sparkle get you all riled up. I think she's a plant and is here for Trump. Sparkle, you are part of the problem. I said what I said. Get at them, Mars. Tara says, Obama and Biden were darn good to me. I had great health care with both presidents. Shout out to Tara. Hey, Kim and Crystal. Tara also said, MAGA people must be rich with great health care. Congratulations. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for yawning. That's so rude. One or the other. Either stuffy or yawning. Oh no, I'm getting stuffy again. Black girl lost. Okay, Sparkle, we have had enough of you. Laugh out loud. Trent, take your time. We know you just giving the news, not taking sides. Tasha and DJ. Paul. Here we go. Sparkle's back. Let's see if she has any answers for anything I said. It's funny. You have all these excuses for Whoopi. Oh my gosh. It's not excuses. It's fact. But you forget that Trump owned a club where everybody came to party, and that's why his name and pictures are all over. Sparkle, I can't with you. Kim said hi back to Mars. Kim is asking Crystal how she's doing. Tara says, I have stage 1 liver cancer. Paul, I need my health care. Trump and MAGA are losers. Tara, thank you for being so transparent with all your health and mental health issues. I too am transparent like that. So thank you. And of course, we wish you the best with everything that you're going through. And thank you for being here every day. Gia says, I can't believe Hillary Clinton is still making excuses for her husband. Laugh out loud. This is the second time I would have left him. I would have left him out in the cold. Totally agree, Gia. Aries says, be careful. AI is dangerous. I can create a video of you saying just about anything. Then you have to pay. Then you have to pay $1,000. All right. Thank you for that. Full Metal Clad said Democrats don't realize a single file. Didn't release a single file. Yeah, they didn't because they're in there and they're just as bad. It's everybody. That's what we've been saying all day. Apparently, Paul, you are rich and don't need affordable health care. That's from Tara. Have to be careful what I put up from Paul. Full Metal Jacket said, you are Democrat providing how are Democrats providing affordable health care? They've had multiple presidents to do it and haven't. Huh? Tara just told you that she had great affordable health care under 2 presidents. Y'all can't come into this comment section and just talk ish. Crystal said, Sparkle, do you really believe that this is the only reason Trump is all over the files? He, as many times as he is, I think she really does, Crystal. It's crazy, but hey, you got to respect everyone's comments and views, I guess. Gia says, yes, I'm back in Manhattan, New York. You need to come back to New York for the nightlife this time. I think I'll be back. When's Diddy's appeal? I think is in April. Oh my gosh, I have such a busy April with so many things to cover. But yes, I will be back, Gia. Okay, we're not putting up Paul's comments. I'm not scared of AI or Trump from Tara. See, again, Tara says, my healthcare was awesome with Biden and Obama. Like, how can you guys take that away? Gia said, old lady snatcher. That is hilarious. Shadow says, why wasn't Epstein arrested in 2006 then? What a dumb point. Shadow says, oh, he snitched in 06, but Epstein didn't get arrested till 2020. Laugh AF. Mercy says, Trent, you are quite open when you were covering the Diddy trial, and you did a great job too. Thank you very, very much, Mystery. Really appreciate that. Uh-oh, Sparkle's back again. Hold on, let me see. Going by your logic, the victims should then be grateful for the repent sinners, because without the snitch, you wouldn't break the something hold. You wouldn't break the hold. I'm not going to applaud Donald Trump for coming out and saying stuff about Jeffrey Epstein if he did stuff with him and he was worse. Now, if he came out and said, listen, I am guilty too. I want to be honest about it. I want to tell the truth, and I want to, serve my time. I would give him credit for that. But to come out and say, oh, yo, Jeffrey Epstein did this, and this, and then be like, I'm exonerated, I have nothing to do with them. No, you don't get credit for that, bro. You don't get credit for that. And you know what? I don't know what kind of religion you believe, but you could say and do whatever you want on this earth. When it is your time to meet your maker, you will be judged by the person who knows all. So you can lie to us you want, but you cannot lie to God. And he knows everything. So you keep on, and Trump can keep on doing whatever he's doing, feeling he's pulling over the eyes. At one point, he will have to answer. That's all I have to say. Kim says, Tara, tell me about it. Now I have no insurance. I've been looking, but yeah, I had some of the best health insurance under Obama and Biden. There you go. Whoever said that, Full Metal Jacket and Paul. Two people now. We definitely can't get rich with Trump in office. That's from Tara. Hold on. Arrest all Republicans and Democrats in the Epstein files, period. Yes, agree with that, Shadow. We cannot put that up. Hey, Sparkle said, your show is truly unique, though. It's fun and we love it. Hey, you know what? Yo, shout out to Sparkle for that. I like somebody that could dish it out and take it, and at the end you could be like, hey, you know what? My opinion is my opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. I like your show. It's truly unique. Thank you. That's what I've been trying to build here, is a unique show that talks and does have people from both sides. So I disagree with almost everything you say, Sparkle, and I think you disagree with everything I say. But if we can agree that it's unique and it's fun, I can get down with that. Respect that very much. Thank you for that comment, and thank you for being here, I think 2-3 days in a row. Well, I know you've been here from before, but commenting. Love that. JT says, everybody who's gone to jail for Trump, all of a sudden he didn't know him that well. Give me a break. Very good point. Somebody said something about Paul. It's hump day, and the Steam chat is very lively tonight, for sure. Definitely. Shadow asked Paul something that I can't write up. Paul, so Kim says, Paul, slow it down, gym shoes. That's hilarious. I'm not even posting Paul's stuff anymore. So let me see. Nothing. Shadow says, sure, if he's one, arrest him too, Paul, but only if you're defending. Sparkle said, hold on. Sparkle said, you're definitely smart and with a good heart, which is why you come across as genuine. Yay, Sparkle, with another nice compliment. Thank you very much. I think you're smart as well too, and I hope you were a good person. I don't know you like how you see me, but I hope you're a good person too. Your views are your views, and I feel like everybody has a right to their own views, and that is why we build this platform. So thank you very, very much for that comment. Really appreciate it. And yes, I try to come off as genuine as I can be. So I appreciate that so much. Shadow says, Paul, do you have a criminal record? I bet you do. Mars says, clearly Sparkle is Trump's cheerleader. Please tell him that he's a terrible leader, worst president ever, and first one to create a CULT. Paul, hold on, I can't put up a Paul comment. Paul says, I love my country. Okay, I could put that up, Paul. Paul says, I love my country and the people's president, Donald J. Trump. Hey, Paul, Sparkle, I love how much you love your country. I love how much you love Donald Trump. And thank you so much for being here and making this episode so balanced. This is what we are trying to build here. Democrats, independents, and Republicans. So thank you to Sparkle and Paul for tonight. Mystery says, I like the way you handle the difficult comments, Trent. You can hold yourself for sure. Thank you very much, Mystery, for that. The Brown Lantern says, that's the main argument against Trump. It's not about why he's doing what he's doing. It's how. That's always been my problem. Like I said, tariffs, immigration, economy. I applaud him. And I don't understand how people can applaud him for that. Was brilliant. I also applauded him for taking the move to talk with content creators. You could see how he shifted. Kamala didn't go to sit down with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan said, come out to my studio. She goes, no, I can't. I'm busy. Joe Rogan is the biggest podcast in the entire world. How do you not go down and sit with him? Trump sat down with him. He sat down with Aiden Ross. He sat down with Flagrant. He got into the younger demographic. He got into the content creator world, which is arguably as big, and if not maybe bigger than traditional media. You know, Kamala Harris did a lot of great things on TikTok, but they were TikTok. Trump sat down, long format conversations. I don't agree with a lot of things he does, but that strategy was brilliant. So I give him credit for that. I give him credit for the issues he brought up. I just don't like the way he goes about things. Okay, Shadow again and Paul are having a discussion. Great. I don't know what that word is. A applicable quote from the Fallout series. Everybody wants to save the world. They just can't agree how. Love that. Black Girl Lost, Tasha and DJ says, you guys are pretty wild in the comments today. Trent, we will be here tomorrow. Keep being purple. Tasha and DJ out. Louders from North Carolina. Come on and raise up. Thank you, guys. Thank you for hanging with me today. Tara says, I'm an independent, but I have to go with whoever is going to be best for me and my situation. I can't speak for anybody else. Trump has the economy and my business has suffered as a result. Really serve to hear that, Tara. Okay, Paul and Shadow are still talking. Sparkle, one of the problems with the president is his legal and constitutional challenges are illegal and unconstitutional. Totally agree. Kim said facts to Tara. I think I could read this. Timothy says, you are right with the Liberal Party screaming the blacks and browns are to get voter ID. They don't have that much money. Liberals are, okay, I shouldn't have read that one. Marcia Sparkle, I'll say it. Crockett is amazing. We love her. She's Trump's kryptonite, a strong, black, intelligent woman. Shout out to Mars for that. Okay, Shadow and them are still talking. June says, hey, Trent, don't let them stress you out. And your show is still the best. Thank you so much, June. Kim also applauded Mars for that Jasmine Crockett comment. Tara says, Trent, absolutely great live. Thank you so much. Timothy said, you can find the, not going to read that. Hold on. Not going to find the mass unalivers number for Black Americans. Look for something victims. Okay, not too sure about that. Timothy Somebody says TMZ has a something deed. It has brought many other companies representation. Okay. Somebody agreed with, the professor agreed with Mars. Tanya said, OMG, the thing you people obsess over 4 more years, it's just showing love. It's dangerous, but okay. We never said ish about love. Something you talking about. Sketchin says, Sparkle, I have a good doctor you can see for that Trump derangement syndrome. I'm coming from Italy, from a country that is now that is not even recognizable anymore. Shout out to Italy in the chat. Somebody, I can't pronounce her name, says, hello, I wrote a song about ICE and the White House man. Okay, thank you for that. Cece said, Democrats used to be the whatevercrats. They were, okay. That's Paul again. Mars says, Sparkle, Trump is the first convicted felon president guilty of 36 counts. Do you know that? And once they get him for the Epstein, the Epstein list, get him for Epstein, that list will get longer. Sorry, I read that wrong, Mars. Yeah, once they get him for the Epstein, that list will be, once they get him for the Epstein list, that list will be longer. Somebody said they will never vote for Stephen A. Smith. Somebody said, stay brainwashed, guys. Well, thank you for that. Mars says, dim means she has no sparkle. Oh, you're going to call her dim from now on because, hey, Mars with the wordplay. Okay, that's funny. Sparkle said, Tara, blacks are not monolithic and shouldn't be told how to think. I don't think that's what Tara is saying at all, but thank you for that. Keep doing a great job, Trent. That's from Baby K. Where is Will Willis? For real, we haven't seen Will Willis in a while. Will, shout out to Will. He's always listening. He might not catch the lives, but Will always be listening. Shout out to Will Willis. Will Wallace, really, but here we call him Will Willis. Dim means there's no sparkle when you come here with fake news and ode to her master. An ode to her master. That's hilarious, Mars. Crystal's laughing with Mars. Sparkle says, I generally say a prayer for you, Tara. You will be helped in the name of the Lord. Thank you, Sparkle, for saying a prayer for Tara. We should all. Yes, Mars, dim that sparkle. Y'all be nice to Sparkle now. She's trying to be nice, okay? Hillary and Bill, bad marriage for life. Facts. Remember when Will and Jada said that? Sparkle said, please, where is your evidence that Trump did worse? Please, come on, Trent. Paul said, okay, we're not going to read that. Mars says, Sparkle, you and I don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree, but let's talk facts. We can have a real debate with false or twist. Yeah, we can have a real debate with false and twisted info. I think you meant we can't have a debate. Hey, if you two want to come on video, I would love to have you guys come on one day and debate each other. I'll send out the link. Mystery says, your show is unique because it covers up-to-date politics and entertainment news. Thank you very much, Mystery. I try my best. Paul says, imagine Epstein. Oh, gosh. What am I doing clicking on Paul's messages? Paul, I respect your message, your views and everything, but there's some things I can't read out because YouTube flags, okay? So I have to, unfortunately, skip and not read out some of your comments. Mars says, okay, Sparkle, love that. I agree with you on that. T is smart, has a huge heart, and a great show. He listens to both sides. Thank you, Mars. Nature says, who gives an... All right, let me take that off the screen. Who gives an ish? I don't care about Bill Clinton, multiple and blowjob. I said it out loud. And jobs. I'll vote for What? I'll vote for Trump no matter what every time. Hey, respect that opinion. Somebody says it's Joe Brilliant. It cost America millions of dollars. Mystery says, good show. Great show again tonight, Trent. Thank you very much. Mystery. Sparkle says, at last you got some points in for Trump. Now I can say you are 60-40. Hey, thanks for at least acknowledging that. I think you're talking about Mars. Low energy today. Where's your sparkle? You are right. We love you. That's for me. I had low energy today. Yo, I have mad energy today. Crazy, man. Yo, Citizen, what up? Citizen Kane's in the building. Bam, 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 bam. I told you would love that album. Yes, I listened to it while I was having dinner. It's a very, very dope album. Y'all go check out my boy, Citizen Kane, with the super chat. Bam, 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 bam. My boy, Citizen Kane, always coming through with the super chat. Appreciate the love, my brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sparkle said, Crockett is strong, loud, but not smart. How could you say that Jasmine Crockett is not smart? She is brilliant. I'm not saying that she represents all black people or she would be the best representation for black people. I don't say that. I don't think, like you said, Sparkle, we're not monolithic. I don't think there should be one representation of blackness, period. But how could you say that Jasmine Crockett is not smart? Whew, I respect your opinion, but wow. She would be intelligent and she could be intelligent and brilliant, but doesn't want to use that. Instead, she tries too hard to be ghetto. Respect your opinion, but I like Jasmine. Hey, Citizen, coming up with the super chat. Again, let's shout out Citizen Kane. Hey, Citizen, if I could play your track on YouTube here, I would, man, but there's copyright infringement, so I can't. But shout out to Citizen, man. Sorry, I'm late. Was at work. Set up. What's up, Trent Louders and Crystal? For those of you who are new here, Crystal and Citizen have like a little thing going. I'm Cupid here, Valentine's Day, love is in the air. It's February, I want to hear the new album, Citizen. That was from Crystal. Hey, drop the link, Citizen. Drop the link to your Facebook. Citizen was laughing at Mars. Hey, Tez, what up, Tez? I'm listening. Good show, Trent. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Citizen Crystal, send me your email. There you go. Yeah. Shout out to Will and Andrew and Katie. Yeah, where's Katie and Andrew today? Hope y'all are doing well. Crystal says, hey, Professor Kim, Mars, and everybody. Sorry, I'm not reading the comments much because I was getting my taxes done. We all know that it's always love, Crystal. Shout out to Will and Andrew and Katie. That's from Kim. Tara says, thank you so much, Sparkle. Yes, thank you for that. That prayer that Sparkle. I like you, Sparkle. The fact that you were like, yo, I'm praying for you, Tara. You have my heart right there. So we love you for that, Sparkle. Citizen, I'm on Facebook, first and last name. There you go. Let me know if you guys can't find each other. Sparkle is saying something tomorrow, so I hope we're keeping it friendly. It's all love, and we can for sure debate on facts, and we can use Gemini and ChatGPT as our fact checkers. Whoop, whoop. I love that. You see how dope the Turn Out Loud show is? We brought two extreme. One huge Trump supporter, Republican, one Democrat. I don't know if Mars is Democrat, but she does not like Trump. I love this so much. Shout out to the Trend Out Loud show. Whoop, this might be one of my favorite shows, man. And I would love, I have two guest spots. One day, if you guys are really down, we could set up, you guys to come on video. I will sit back and you guys could debate. Would love that very much. We'll set that up. We'll even set up a date where we announce it and we do it. We can actually even maybe do a special show. It won't even be like a numbered podcast. We will just do, I think we should do it. I think we should do it in a numbered podcast because this is what people watch the most and goes the most viral. So yeah, we'll do it one day if you guys are down. Let me know if you guys are down. Citizen said okay to Crystal. Mystery says Trent always high energy even when he's not well. Exactly, always high energy. Come on. Somebody says she is not smart as AOC. I totally disagree with that. And I know you guys are talking about AOC. I heard that the other day where she made some stumble on the international stage. AOC is also smart. I also like AOC. Yes, Dim and Mars, come on and debate. That would be awesome. Sparkle says, Trent, that whole video chat would be a fabulous idea. Let's support Citizen and all the out louders. Let's go, Sparkle. Love that. Sparkle, Sparkle, Sparkle. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Bob Marley. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery, and ourselves can free our minds. A verse from Redemption Psalms. The musical Messiah has a message. Listen to it, please. I'm going to pray for you. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Midlife. Hey, what a super chat. Thank you. Gotta run. Have a great evening. Thank you very much, Midlife Secrets. Marcia Sparkle, I'm down. Crystal with the love to Sparkle. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm human and believe in humanity. That's why I corrected myself right away. I'm like, I don't know if Mars is Democrat or not, but I know you're a good person and respect humanity. Citizen Kane said, make sure y'all smash that like button. Bah, 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 bah. All right, I got to the end of the comments. Thank you guys, everybody, for the comment section today. Special shout out to Sparkle and Mars. I know Mars has a nickname for you as Dim. Y'all can do that. I will still keep calling you Sparkle. Love the very, very healthy debate. I am going to go over to lesson of the day. Y'all can keep commenting. I will be back to read the last comments. Please keep it spicy, but keep it friendly and nice. Okay, I'm going to go to lesson of the day. I have a really good lesson of the day. It's a good continuation from yesterday. I'll do my sign out and I'll come and I'll read the last comments. All right. Hold on. Let me just take citizens off here. All right. I'll be back with lesson of the day. All right. Let's jump right into lesson of the day. Take a listen.
Mistake that you can make is comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 15. You compare yourself to somebody else and say, well, how are they there and I'm not there? Because you don't know when they started their race. You don't know how long they've been at it. What? Because we see it on social media? Because you see it on out here, you see, oh, well, you don't know how long somebody's been at it.
Preach.
They may have been working on their craft and working on themselves for 20 years before the world ever saw it.
Preach.
So this is why it's important to put your blinders on and stop worrying about what other people do and focus on you.
Let's go.
And when you do this, you can be a lot more consistent because you're not over here looking at what somebody else is doing. And here's the thing, ready?
Love this.
If you make a commitment to yourself and tell yourself, I'm just going to be better today than I was yesterday, and you focus on that, and it's not contingent on what somebody else thinks about you.
Preach.
You're going to start to see that over the course of time, you'll end up further along than they did.
Woo.
Why? Because you weren't competing against them.
Let's go.
You were focused on creating a version of yourself that would be able to accomplish that.
Let's go.
So there is no competition. It's just you versus you. If that's the competition, then that's the competition. It's against yourself.
Exactly. Woo! Love that so much. Yes, the competition and all that stuff, but really the important thing is the first thing he said out there. I am even guilty of doing it sometimes because we're all human. But when I catch myself doing it, I pull myself right out of it. You cannot look at somebody else's chapter 15 when you're on chapter 1. I've been doing this show for 3 years. I've only had people watching me for September 2024. So a little over a year. So October, November, December, January, February, a year and 5 months. I can't look at what another content creator is doing who's been doing it for 5 years. I can't look at my subscribers and look at somebody else's subscribers and be like, yo, look at what they have. I'm not doing it good enough. No. If I want to compare, I should look at somebody who's been doing it for a year and 5 months. That would be equal. And even at then, that's when after he's saying, no, we're not going to look at another person. You're going to look and just make sure you want to compare yourself to yesterday and make sure you keep on doing better. We talked about that a couple of days ago. I started back doing videos on the video side of the YouTube page, not just on lives. I was sitting down speaking with somebody and they were like, yeah, I think you should do it. I'm like, cool. Should I wait till the end of the month? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should start till Monday. No, I started the next day after they helped me make my final decision. I knew it in my head. Hearing somebody else say it, I was like, cool, let's go. I was sick. I went out and did it. So, instead of sitting down in your bed and being like, oh, look at this person. No, you have to stop looking at what somebody else is doing, because most of the times the other person has been doing it for 10 years, 5 years, longer than you. Look at your own plate, focus on yourself, and every day, as long as you are doing something better or something more than the next day before, I guarantee that you will be successful. Do I want to be Joe Rogan level one day? Yes, I keep telling you guys all the time. That's the aspiration. My grandmother told me, reach for the moon, and if you fall amongst the stars, you'll be all right. I've already fallen amongst the stars. I already have a platform. I already have people watching. I'm blessed to have you guys watching me. I'm blessed to have you guys in my comment section. I've already won. I'm already amongst the stars. But every day, I'm going to try to get a couple more stars and a couple more stars and keep on reaching for that moon. And I'm not going to just watch Joe Rogan and be like, ugh, he has 2 million views every time he posts something. I'm not going to do that. Don't watch chapter 15 when you're on chapter 1. All right. Couple of things. By the way, first of all, I want to just, normally I'm like, yeah, good show. You guys in the comment section had a great show. You guys in the comment section gave your opinions and were on either sides of the fence, but at the end of the conversation said prayers for one another, looked out for one another, and decided, yeah, we might have a debate one day, and we respectfully disagree, but we respect each other. This is the platform we are building. Thank you. All right. Before I let you go, I just want to remind you of 3 things. While we are on live, like Citizen Kane and Midlife Secret did, if you feel like you want to give back to the show, you can with a super chat. And after we post this video, if you like, you can give a super thanks. You might see at the bottom of your screen or the bottom of the video, see a thanks button. If not, it will be in the comment section. You'll see 3 buttons. You can give back to your favorite YouTube host, all right? We don't have PayPal, Venmo. Super thanks and super chat is the best way to give back to the show. Also, another way to give back is join the Out Loud membership. Become an official Out Louder today. You'll see the join button above me, or you'll see a membership tab somewhere on YouTube. Also, please do not forget to click the link below. Our sponsor, Aura, literally offering you absolutely free to show you any of your information, credit card, social security, anything that is out there. It's really cool when you sign up. It's absolutely 100% free. And if none of your information is out there, cool, you have nothing to lose. But if your social security number is out there, if your credit card is out there, if your cell phone is out there, a click of a button and it gets erased absolutely for free for the next 14 days. So do not forget to click the link below or the QR code that I put up before. I could put it up one more time here for you. You can take out your phone, your camera. It will bring you to the free link. All right. Also, before I let you go, I just want to remind you of the 3 ways to keep up with the show. If you like listening to shows like this on podcasts, we're available on all podcast platforms. Just go to any pod site, type in Trend Out Loud, the show will pop up. Do not forget to hit the follow, subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And we upload 5 days a week, the show. And we are also uploading the videos that we're putting on our video side over on YouTube daily as well, too. I did it. We're calling it the Out Loud Think Pieces. I did one today with Michael Jordan and Tyler Reddick's comments. Of course, I touched on it a little bit in the show. If you want to see more of it, it's over there, okay, on podcast platforms. Now, the second way to keep up with the show is through video. That is my favorite way. Head on over to YouTube, type in Trend Out Loud. When you get over there, there's 6 things I'm going to need you to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you see a hype button, hit that too. You got to get the algorithming. Third thing is, I love all the live comments, but please try to comment your opinion after we post the video. It's very, very important to keep the conversation going for the people who do not catch us on our lives. Now, for the people who do not want to join in on a conversation, I do not want to make you feel any pressure. But one of the things that you can do is comment and let me know which country or city you are watching from. Every night before I go to bed, it's my thing. I look at the comment section and I love to see how global this show is. Okay. Now, the 4th thing, which is very, 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 very important. All 6 are important, but this is pretty much the most important one. If you're enjoying the show, if you're a Republican, or if you're a Democrat, if you're a center, if you like entertainment, if you like objective unbiased opinion, please try to share this channel with your family, friends, and loved ones that are like-minded. We're trying to build a strong community. We're trying to get more Marses. We're trying to get more Sparkles. We're trying to get more Crystals. We're trying to get more Kims. We're trying to get more Gias. Trying to get everybody, Katie, Andrew, all great like-minded people that come in here every day that want to have a great Citizen Kane, Will Willis, everybody. Share this channel with like-minded people. Years from now, we're going to build a great, strong community, okay? Also, do not forget to sign up for the Out Loud membership, and there's super chat and super thanks, right? Those are the 6 things. Now, the third way to keep up to date with the show is what you guys are doing right now, is we are live streaming. We live stream every day, well, every weekday from around 5:30 on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. We have 2 streams on YouTube. Be careful. There's a mobile stream and there's a TV laptop stream. Please make sure you're streaming on the right one. If you're on your laptop or your TV and you see a black box on the side, you're on the wrong stream. Mobile has a little mobile sign and an M. Make sure you're on the right stream. We also stream on TikTok. I'm sorry, not on TikTok. We also stream on, Twitch, Instagram, and on Kick. We're going to go to Instagram now and see if there's any comments there. And we're also going to take a comment from the posted video from yesterday, because Lamy in South Africa says that I cannot just only take live comments. All right. So those are the ways to keep up with our streaming. So we're on podcast, we are on YouTube, and we are live streaming. All right. Every way to catch the show, we are here for you. Now, for those who want to follow me outside of the show, I'm available on all podcasts. I'm available on all social media platforms. It's always the same handle, Trent Out Loud. I'm the most active on Instagram. Speaking of Instagram, please follow me at the Trent Out Loud Show on Instagram. I play some of the reels for you, but it's a way to keep up to date with everything that's going on, political and entertainment, sports, etc. I post from 8 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night and on the weekends. If you like this show, trust me, follow the Trent Out Loud Show on IG. Okay? I'm coming to the comment section right now. Let me just go over to Instagram. There might be still some people. Let me see if somebody gave any comments over there. Angel Bella Girl says, you're doing a great job, Trent. Ignore the haters. Thank you very much, Angel. And anybody else leave a comment? Another person says, Dad should have said so much more. Blinded by the victory, I guess. How sad. I totally agree with that comment. And another person said, Billy Hodkins says, I'm back in the house, moved from Mexico back to Montana. I have missed you for a while. Well, very, very, very happy to have you back. Thank you very much for those comments. And now I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to take a live comment here. I'm going to take a live comment from yesterday. Hold on. Hey, how do I do this? Okay, here. We're going to do a live one here. We're going to do a live here. Going to just refresh, scroll down, and stop. And it says, it's from 6 hours ago. It's Trina Scott. She says, I love Jordan. Why didn't he just take the little boy to his mother, knowing 1, people are around, 2, it looks bad, 3, you're famous and you will be seen, dummy. It could be innocent, but that little boy didn't look comfortable at all. I love this comment. Not here to judge, but shouldn't happen. That's what parents are for. It's been a while for me. It's been a while for me. Trent Out Louders. I try to listen when I can. My husband still fighting stage 4 lung cancer, but diagnosed now with frontal temporal dementia at age 54. Oh, how sad. Again, he lasted last December because of the power of prayer. Everyone hug your loved ones because you never know when it's your last time. Trina, Dallas, Texas. Wow. Really? I'm so happy Lamy's made me go back and read these comments. Thank you very much, Trina Scott. Here's her comment right there. I know it's blurry. You guys can't see it. But thank you so much, Trina. She's really, really sorry for you and your husband. Of course, prayers out to you. And thank you for the comment. I agree with everything you said about Jordan. That's literally what I said, so thank you for that. All right, let me come over. Oh my gosh, you guys were like really commenting while I was gone. Okay, hold on. We got some comments to get to. Where did I leave off? Hold on. Hold on. Where did I leave off? Hold on. Was it here? Thanks for support my friend. Okay, no, hold on. Whoop. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Sparkle gave a heart. Mars says, I'm not a dictator. Okay, I got that. I'm not a dictator. I'm not a Democrat. Much love. Hit that smash button. Sparkle says, Mars, but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for Trump because he cannot stop the time. They're very, very funny, Sparkle. Mars, seriously, we all can use some Bob Marley. I don't mean some of that Bob Marley stuff. Mars says, love you all. Thanks again for supporting my friend. Thank you to Sparkle. Citizen says, my horse blinders stay on powerful. My horse blinders stay on. Powerful message of the day. Thank you very much, Citizen. Mercy says, lesson of the day, never compare yourself to anyone else. Concentrate on yourself and be the best that you can. Love that mystery. Sparkle says, I don't know, some unordained pastor, please preach. I agree. Oh, okay, get that now. The professor says, it's okay to look at other people to learn, but the focus is growing yourself. Totally agree with that. Purpose says, we may all be running a race, but the instructions for each one's race is different. Run your course with your purpose. Woo! I love that, Purpose 76. Love that. Mystery says, good night, Trent, and all the out louders and the angels too. Sparkle says, your greatest fear should be your weakness. Woo! Your greatest fear should be your weakness. Love that. Citizen Kane says, I've been here since day one when Trent started Diddy tape coverage. Really? Shout out to Citizen. I love the show. Who needs news when you got Trent? Shout out to my guy, Citizen Kane. I think it's Evelyn. What's so good about what you're doing here? Well, that will be up for you to decide. The professor says, Mars, love your comment. I'm humane and believe in humanity. Or is that human? Tez says, it's me versus me because I can control being better than me from yesterday. Love that. Tara says, I love that I've been really sick forever. I've never let it stop me. I'm a vegan, naturalist, devout Christian, a survivor. I try to look forward and learn something every day. Oh, I love that, Tara, sorry. Crystal said, facts. The only person's journey you should be comparing your journey to is your own. The best mind state is to compare yourself to your yesterday self. Come on, Crystal, with the one-liners. Love that. Mars says, and I believe everybody has their own journey. All the good, the bad, and the ugly builds character and success if you stick with it. Totally agree with that, Mars. Kim says, Tara, much love. I can definitely relate. I feel like Tara and Kim are very, very aligned. Crystal says, the best goal for yourself is to be the better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. Love that, Crystal. Tara says, everybody does have their own journey. People deal with things in different ways. Totally agree. Kim says, Tara says, thanks to Kim. Poet says, good night. Good night, Poet. Sparkle says, let's share and grow the community. Shout out, Sparkle. Mars says, thank you, Professor. I truly believe in being a good person and do that from the bottom of your heart. I raised my daughter to be a good person. I'm the biggest it's my biggest achievement. Yes, Mars's daughter, we won't say her name, but yes, she is a special person and Mars's light of her life and her biggest achievement for sure. Shout out to Mars's daughter. June says, Trent, you are extraordinary with your show, but I have to go to bed now. So good night and sweet dreams. Ciao, ciao, Bella. Ciao, ciao, Bella. Sorry, June, that I kept you up so late over in Italy. Very, very sorry. Thanks for tuning in. Tara says, I raised my daughter to be a great person as well. Mars, I love that, Tara, for you. Kim says, another great show, Trent. I hope everybody has a great evening. Be safe out there as always. Peace, love, and happiness to everyone. And the last one is Citizen Kane says, point blank, I don't ever do anything to any else's kid unless y'all saving their lives. Last message of the night. Love that, Citizen. And Tara, especially though we're all playing for Tara, she gets the last message. Great live. Thank you, Tara. Really, 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 really appreciate that. Love to Tara. Love to everybody in the chat today. Really, really great live. You guys, that was amazing. I think it's maybe one of my favorite chats ever. Let's keep up the love. Let's keep up the community. Let's keep up being vocal and being respecting and loving each other. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hey guys, tomorrow is Friday Eve. You know, we start getting the hype. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.